Hey everybody, One of Weezem here. It is Wednesday, November 20th, 2013. If you follow along on Twitter or the blog, you probably already know this. Some of you probably received yours today. A couple people might have had them early. If you won the Frito-Lay promotion for Halloween, Pumpkin, Special Edition, whatever you want to call them, Fright Rider, apparently they all shipped November 14th. That, of course, would have been last Thursday. Actually got mine today. Before I showcase that to you again, I have to thank Tim out in Riverside, California. Again, his brother Anthony actually got him into Skylanders. He got his wife into it. If you recall, on the Fright Rider promo, it was insanely hard to find the bags. I couldn't find them locally at all anywhere. And then, as fate would have it, Tim shot me that PM on YouTube, and as actually a winning code. That's how I got this one. And then, fittingly, that night, or I guess later that night, the way I do things, like 2 in the morning, entered it and won. And then that night at Toys R Us, I was actually able to find the Fright Rider promo bag. They had just gotten them in. Nobody knew what they priced. They wouldn't scan on the computer. The good news there, that bit of information helped a couple of you land the Fright Rider promo bags as well. Follow up on that, you can actually get the bags for Quick Draw Rattleshake, which is a complete joke. I hate saying it, but you could just as easily take a picture because someone else probably already did. They have kind of rectified that one. The Sidekick promotion for Skylanders Giants, guys like iSmall, that worked perfectly. I would gladly spend the money if they would just, on shipping, handling, whatever they want to call it, if they would just do the promotions normally. I was not alone in having difficulty finding the bags for the special edition Fright Rider. Again, had I not, if I didn't have Toys R Us, without Tim's help, I would have been up a creek without a paddle. As you know, I don't buy off of eBay at all. I guess if it popped up on Amazon for retail or like 14 bucks, I might have bought one. But otherwise, this would have been something I would not have had. But what you should see, it's actually packed fairly decently. It's not a bubble envelope or anything. Just going to be a small box right here. It's the perfect size for one figure. When I cut into this one, it's actually flipped over, so let me kind of replicate that for you. Of course, it depends on which side you cut into, but this is what I saw. Bear in mind, I was prepared to have this thing like show up in a plastic bag, kind of like the Sidekicks. For what it's worth, it's actually a full-fledged figure like you would see on the shelves. Kind of leads you to wonder if this might not possibly surface on a shelf at some point in time. You never know, or maybe be a promo at GameStop again type deal. All that is unknown. What I do know is that he does exist. He shipped out the 14th. If you won one, be checking the mailbox. If you don't already have it, should have it within a couple of days. For the unveiling, there you go. I have to say, he looks really cool. The issue I have is it's not orange. What I had told everyone, looked like that on the Frito-Lay website, on the bag, on the card inside the bag. Note the card was inside the bag on that promo that occurred prior to the Quick Draw Rattleshake. Doesn't really, a lot of people called him Pumpkin Fright Rider because he was orange. I'd always stuck to Halloween. Just kind of went that route. You can see here, Fright Rider, Fear of the Spear. No indication that he's special, doesn't work in SSA, of course, works in Giants, and of course now Swap Force. The cool thing here, and kind of unexpected, on the base, they actually took that thing for a full color treatment as well. So I was fully prepared just, basically for Fright to be kind of the black color and Rider to be the orange. It's almost, I'd say it's kind of more gold. I wish I had my Flame Slingers out. I've got the Amazon Gold, and then of course my one that I found back in the day in the triple pack. For reference, in the blog post earlier, I said it was kind of goldish copper. This is E3 Hot Dog. You can kind of see just side by side in the packaging, there's like a lot more of a metallic-y luster actually on Rider than there is on Hot Dog. Trying to find someone here with a similar color. Again, trigger happy. You know, he's right here on his big bomb. You can pick up on the color. I think this one, obviously, people are more likely to have than E3 hot dog, but you get an idea on the color variation there. This one, it does. I mean, I'm not really complaining. It does look really good, but I've kept my card, and that is what everyone anticipated, hence why so many people called it Pumpkin Fright Rider. You can see right there, I'm a big fan of two color combinations, one being blue and black and the other being orange and black. That is most definitely an orange color. Looked really good. Of course, it tied in perfectly with Halloween. Um, right here, though, it is definitively gold, and it's a really nice. I've complained about gold being on a lot of like the Swap Force characters here recently. I have to say, it looks really good on him. The few people I know that have kind of seen this on Twitter, everyone said the same thing. Wow, that looks really good. Right here, this is my Fright Rider. Again, I actually like Fright Rider so well. I picked up a second figure to take him down. I think I did Sir Lancelot the first time because it has my name in it. And then the second one that I kept in the packaging, I actually took down Joust Jockey. But kind of side by side-ish there. It's kind of hard to do since he's at such a funky angle in the packaging. Kind of a weird deal here. Obviously, you know, I don't manipulate my Skylanders or anything. Note, I'm holding the base basically parallel with the pool table. The spear is kind of going down, if you follow that line there. On the Halloween one, or the special edition pumpkin, whatever you want to call it, that spear is most definitively straight. I've got my other one, I grabbed it. You know, I had never noticed this. Let me set down our showcase item of the day. This is the Fright Rider that I bought as soon as he was out. This one I got way later on in the day. I mean, not the day, but like way later on, I actually realized, hey, I kind of like this guy. Want to go ahead and pick up a second figure on him. Note on this one, same thing, the spear is actually more parallel to the ground. And then my original, it is clearly straight down. Again, I mean, that's something you can't really reposition. That's an interesting little development I had never noticed. The legs on Fright look to be about the same, but that is interesting. So essentially, my early release Fright Rider, which the red, it's not quite as bright, I wouldn't say. I usually see like the greens become a lot brighter on characters when they're re-released or something, or a different production run. This again, I guess with the spear facing down, is early production. And then this, of course, I guess would be later production, which ties in perfectly with what we see here with our standard Fright Rider. Again, this is a revelation for me just because I'd never noticed that, surprisingly. Otherwise, packaging on these two guys is the same. Again, this is a better representation for you because the figures are identical, just the recolor going on. Again, Fright Rider, standard Fright Rider in my right hand has this typical glow-in-the-dark base. This guy's base is gold, the whole thing, not just the skull. It's kind of like you see on E3 Hot Dog there, so that's pretty cool. Purple metallic wrecking ball the same way, so it's almost like he was done as a chase variant, if you will. Purple metallic wrecking ball, again, you can kind of see his base also follows suit there, so personally, I would have loved to have seen this thing orange. I think it came out looking really good. I might be in the minority there, but I was fully ready, you know, to have like an orange-colored Fright Rider on top of, you know, orange rider on top of black Fright, if you will. Note that the little harness there also got the gold treatment. The eyes piercing white on both Fright and Rider. That's kind of a cool touch. Those of you overseas in Europe, you got, basically we had glow-in-the-dark Sonic Boom, which was okay, but personally I really wanted to see glow-in-the-dark Fright Rider, which was available overseas. this would work really well if anyone overseas, which I guess this is America only. I'm sure somebody like has friends or bought one or something, but it'd be really cool to see standard Fright Rider right here, glow in the dark Fright Rider, and then this guy side by side. That would be a nice assortment. Backside, really nothing too crazy. It's just got his inset box art. Promos for Fright Rider. Check that out though. This one on the back of the packaging matches my day one purchase of Fright Rider with the spear going down. It's clearly going down. Here's a head-on view of it. You can get the relation of the spear to the ground. So that's interesting. And then, of course, Chop Shop Hex and Center just showcases the entire undead element. Let's grab this one. Same thing on the back of this standard Fright Rider that I did the other path with. Spear pointing down. So kind of an interesting little development there. I do actually still have the Frito bag. Let me just grab that. I think we're down to like the regular Sun Chips and Lays or something. Regular Lays are like really ridiculously salty. But this is the actual bag again. It's not like something I printed off or anything. That is most definitely orange. Again, that's why so many people call him Pumpkin Fright Rider. I always stuck with Halloween. That's just kind of what I, preferred to call him. But clearly orange there. On the back side, no pictures or anything. But I think on one of my blog posts, I took a screen cap on the Frito-Lay site. Pretty much saw the same thing as you see on this little card that we found inside where it was orange. So for those of you that were wanting an orange and black Fright Rider, looks like you're going to have to make one yourself because this is gold. That said, it does look really cool. Personally, I kind of would have liked to have seen orange, but can't complain too much because it does look really sinister. So I'm happy with that. I would open this one. I kind of want to keep it sealed since it is special, particularly since the base is actually done up in gold. Again, that's pretty much what you see with all the chase variants, so pretty stoked about that. But again, that promotion was done pretty well. The only issue for most people was you had a really hard time finding the bags. It's been all downhill since there. Still haven't made that video about the current promotion. It's absolutely ridiculous. Basically, if you see a bag or you buy a bag, now you can use that code apparently endlessly, so just do that and be done with it, and good luck trying to win one. I've actually won Quick Draw twice now. I'm going to give one to my nephew since it is an in-game character, that's what's really upsetting a lot of people on this promotion. Fright Rider here is like a special deal. Quick Draw is actually like an in-game, on-the-rostered character, so that doesn't help quell anyone's emotions there. But I've won 3 times. The first time it didn't process. I contacted Frito-Lay. They just blatantly chose not to acknowledge it, so I kind of wrote that one off. I'm hopeful that if they continue to do promotions, they go back to the way they did the sidekicks, or even the way they did this Fright Rider one with availability of the product. Again, I did check with my stores on Fright Rider's deal. They'd never gotten them in. If not for Toys R Us, literally that night, Tim sent me this code, getting Fritos stocked in their store. I never would have seen these in person, ever. That's pretty ridiculous, but that's the way it works. Again, same thing for a lot of people, I speak to online and, talk with in person. So that said, the good news is this thing is over. It actually wrapped up, I think, the 17th or 16th was the last day on this promotion. I'm sure some of you that couldn't find the bags will magically start seeing them now or something crazy like that. But it does look pretty cool. It's just he's not orange like everyone anticipated. I'd have to say most definitely this is a gold color. Whamshell's mace doesn't have the same luster, but it is kind of more gold than like Sprocket and Trigger Happy stuff. So it does look really cool. I'll give them that. Main thing, he arrives. They did actually, again, to their credit, I give credit when it is deserved. Shipped him well. You know, they didn't like throw it in a plastic envelope or bubble mailer for, so it is solid box. That's what you want to be looking for. That is about it. Again, I'd like to open him, but I kind of, under the circumstances, think I'm going to lean towards keeping him as is in the packaging, so I'm sure you can understand that. But again, little revelation I found out just tonight is that apparently the early Fright Riders, spear points down towards the ground. Later Fright Riders, the spear will be parallel with the ground. That actually kind of makes a bit more sense in terms of like jousting. But it is what it is. Ironically, on the backside though, they showcase the early release with the spear pointing down. So a little bit of trivia there for you. Again, if you've got a early release Fright Rider and you decide, man, I've got to have the one with the spear parallel to the ground like you see here, and with the special edition, probably still find it. I'm sure they'll restock those guys a couple of times, so good luck with that. If you're obsessive compulsive and you need like the downward pointing spear, you're probably going to have to like buy them used or trade with someone or something. There's really nothing special. I mean, it's not like it's going to unlock something cool in game. Just a little slight variation. I know some of you get into that stuff. Chase McCain is hidden, so if you find him, feel free to post up. The comments have gone to heck in a handbasket here lately. It's not at my doing. That, of course, would be YouTube. But Google Plus, I was an early adopter of that, and now I'm having trouble linking to the profile that I've been using all this time, that everyone didn't use Google Plus, and now everyone has to, and now I can't link it back to that one since everyone's being forced to use it, and it is a mess. So my apologies there. In all honesty, the blog remains the best way to communicate with me. After that, I would say Twitter. Still never have been, never will be a huge fan of Facebook, but do what you can. Main thing though, take that link at the top of the video description box. That will take you to the safe haven that is the blog, where you can still comment somewhat normally. And it actually allows for a wide range of profiles in order to comment, so you can seek solstice there. That may get changed at some point, so don't hold me to it. But check that out. I'll have some pictures of this guy. I'll take some side by side with regular Fright Rider. I'll try to showcase the differences in spears and whatnot for you. But check that out. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, preferably the original one, which is currently not linked to my account, and I don't know how to link it to my account because it won't let me link it to my account. And it won't let me take away the new page it created when they did all that stuff, and it's absolutely nuts. So needless to say, haven't been too thrilled on that front. But again, I think if you won, from what I understand, all of these special Fright Riders shipped out the 14th of November, which was last week. So you should, again, some of you might already had them. Everyone else should be trickling into your mailbox pretty soon. Hopefully you have them before the weekend. So I will leave it at that, though. He does look very cool, and the base is colored appropriately as well. He's just not orange like I had anticipated. So some of you will love this. Some of you will be disappointed. Most of you probably won't have preference one way or another. But main thing, he is delivered. If you don't have him yet, he's on his way. Be on the lookout for that. Definitely something cool to see. But again, thank you for watching. And as always, I will catch you back here next time. And as Fright Rider would say, fear the spear.